Long before you could pull up any music video on your phone, one channel ran the world, MTV. It was the ultimate tastemaker and cultural gatekeeper that told everyone what was cool. But in the glorious, hairspray-fueled golden age of rock, some bands pushed the envelope so far that MTV had no choice but to say enough is enough. Today we're diving into the rock videos that pushed things way too far for 80s television. These are the ones that shocked parents, stirred up outrage, and ended up getting pulled off MTV altogether. Some were banned for being too sexual, others for violent content, and a few for reasons that honestly make you wonder what people were thinking back then. Which one do you think caused the biggest stir? Stick around and see if any of them made our list today. Number 10, Queen, Body Language, 1982. I got a case of body language. First up, a video from rock royalty that got a little too hot for the still new music network. In 1982, MTV was just finding its footing, and Queen's Body Language was one of its first major controversies. The video was a total 180 from their usual stadium anthems, a slinky, funky track with a video to match. The whole thing was shot in a shadowy steam room filled with sweaty, writhing bodies in lycra and leather. While the band is fully dressed, the clip's heavy, homoerotic undertones and close-ups on glistening skin were more than early 80s cable execs were ready for. Despite no actual nudity, the super suggestive and intimate vibe was considered too scandalous for daytime TV. MTV banned it completely, making it one of the first major videos blacklisted by the network and a warning that the culture wars were coming to music television. Number 9, Motörhead, Killed by Death, 1984. Crashing in at number 9 is a video that was 100% unfiltered Motörhead, and that's precisely why MTV wanted nothing to do with it. For their 1984 single, Killed by Death, Lemmy and the boys served up a mini-movie that was a masterclass in chaotic fun. In the video, Lemmy crashes his motorcycle through a wall, gets chased by cops, and is sentenced to an electric chair, but this is Lemmy Kilmister. He doesn't stay dead. He bursts out of his own grave on his chopper to lead a massive motorcycle procession. For MTV, it was all too much. The network banned the video, citing excessive and senseless violence. The band argued it was just dark British humor, but the network wasn't in on the joke. The band proved that in the 80s, even a joke could be treated like a threat if it was loud enough. Number 8, Twisted Sister, Be Cruel to Your Scuel, 1985. At number 8 is a band that was already a prime target for parent groups, and this video pushed it over the edge. By 1985, Twisted Sister was on top of the world, but also directly in the sights of the PMRC. So for their video, Be Cruel to Your Scuel, they leaned right into the controversy with a full-on zombie horror comedy. The clip co-stars rock legend Alice Cooper and was brought to life by horror effects master Tom Savini. It shows a high school overrun by zombies, with no shortage of gore and chaos. You'd think Michael Jackson's Thriller from a couple of years earlier would have paved the way, but no. MTV took one look at Twisted Sister's gory fun fest and banned it on the spot for being too gross. Frontman Dee Snider was furious, feeling the band was unfairly punished because of the moral panic around heavy metal, but MTV refused to change its mind. Number 7, Duran Duran, Girls on Film, 1981 Uncut version. For number 7, we go back to the very beginning of MTV with a video made for a totally different audience. Duran Duran's Girls on Film didn't have one version, but two. The one you saw on TV and the one you definitely didn't. The original Uncut video was directed by the duo Godley and Cream, specifically for European nightclubs, not American television. It was a monument to 80s indulgence, filled with lingerie-clad models and pillow fights, mud wrestling, and overt fetish-style scenes. When it came time to play the song on the brand new MTV, the network had to chop it to bits, removing nearly all of the racy content. The version that aired was a ghost of the original, but the legend of the uncut girls on film instantly became 80s rock mythology, a video too wild even for the band that defined glamour. Number 6, Queen, I Want to Break Free, 1984.
I want to break free.
That's right, a double feature for Queen. Hitting our number 6 spot is a video with no sex or violence, but a sense of humor that got completely lost in translation. I Want to Break Free was a massive global anthem, but in America, the video killed the song's momentum. The idea was a parody of a hugely popular British soap opera, Coronation Street. To mimic the show, all 4 members of Queen, dressed in drag as housewife characters, with Freddie Mercury famously vacuuming in a pink top and skirt. In the UK and pretty much everywhere else, people got the joke and loved it. But in the US, where the show was unknown, MTV executives were appalled. They didn't see a parody, they saw a promotion of cross-dressing. Worried about backlash, MTV basically refused to play it. It was a decision many believe seriously hurt Queen's career in the States for the rest of the 80s. Number 5, Mötley Crüe, You're All I Need, 1987. Making our way into the top 5 is the band that wrote the book on 80s decadence, Mötley Crüe, with a video so dark it was exiled from TV. In 1987, the band released the power ballad You're All I Need. While the song might have sounded like a love anthem, the lyrics told a much more disturbing story of obsession and murder. The black and white video, directed by Wayne Isham, brought that story to life. The clip shows a brutal argument between a man and woman that escalates until he kills her, followed by a chaotic scene of him destroying the room before the cops arrive. Even for a band famous for pushing boundaries, this was a line MTV wouldn't cross. The network banned the video for its graphic and realistic portrayal of domestic violence. Bassist Nikki Sixx argued the video was meant to show the tragic consequences of violence, but MTV stood its ground. Number 4, Megadeth, In My Darkest Hour, 1987. At number 4, we have a thrash metal classic, born from tragedy but banned by MTV due to a misunderstanding. Dave Mustaine wrote the music for In My Darkest Hour in one sitting right after learning that his friend and former Metallica bandmate Cliff Burton had died. The lyrics, however, were about a bad breakup. Lines like, "Things will be better when I'm dead and gone," weren't about Cliff, but MTV executives thought the song was promoting suicide. This was a huge hot-button issue in the mid-80s, and the network wasn't taking risks, even though the video was directed by Penelope Spheris, who went on to direct Wayne's World. It was banned. It was a classic case of censorship driven by fear and misinterpretation, showing how intensely heavy metal lyrics were scrutinized back then. Number 3, Van Halen, Oh Pretty Woman, 1982. At number 3, a video from one of the biggest bands on earth was pulled not for sex or violence, but for being too weird. In 1982, Van Halen dropped their cover of Roy Orbison's Oh Pretty Woman, and the video they made for it was a completely bizarre fever dream. The clip features the band, led by a swashbuckling David Lee Roth, tormenting a woman. But the controversial part involved a character who looked like a samurai being fondled by 2 little people. This led to complaints that the video was making fun of people with dwarfism. Uncomfortable with the weird, vaguely menacing vibe, MTV decided to severely limit its airtime instead of banning it outright. The whole thing proved that in the early 80s, you didn't have to be obscene to get on MTV's bad side. Sometimes just being strange was enough. Number 2, Billy Idol, Cradle of Love, 1990. Our runner-up is a video that dropped in 1990 but had pure, uncut 80s rebellion in its veins. Billy Idol's Cradle of Love was a monster hit. thanks in large part to its memorable and steamy video. The version we all saw, however, was censored, and the original cut got in trouble for a couple of big reasons. The video is about a rebellious teen, played by Betsy Lynn George, trying to seduce her nerdy neighbor. The scenes were seen as too sexually suggestive for daytime TV and had to be trimmed. But there was another issue. The video was tied to the movie The Adventures of Ford Fairlane, starring comedian Andrew Dice Clay. At the 1989 VMAs, Dice had delivered a routine that got him a lifetime ban from MTV. So, to even get the video on air, every single clip that featured the banned comedian had to be scrubbed out. The final edited version became an MTV classic, but it was much tamer than what Billy Idol originally wanted. Number 1, Guns N' Roses, Welcome to the Jungle, 1987. And here it is, the number 1 spot. The video that was so raw, so dangerous, and so real that MTV originally refused to even play it. Guns N' Roses, Welcome to the Jungle. When the band's debut album, Appetite for Destruction, came out in 1987, it wasn't an instant smash. The band and their label knew they needed MTV to blow up, but the video was a nightmare for the network. It was a gritty, visceral look at urban decay and violence, showing a naive Axl Rose getting off a bus in the big city only to be confronted by chaos. MTV flat out refused to put the video in its regular rotation, but after intense pressure from the record label, a deal was made. The network would play the video one time, at 4 a.m. on a Sunday morning. That's all it took. The MTV switchboards instantly blew up with people demanding to see it again. That single late-night airing created a tidal wave of demand that forced MTV to put the video into heavy rotation. It turned Guns N' Roses into the biggest band in the world and proved that sometimes the most dangerous art is what we need the most. From misunderstood jokes to full-blown rebellion, these videos capture a time when a single channel had the power to make or break an artist. While many of these clips might seem tame by today's standards, they were the battlegrounds where artists and censors drew the line. They fought back against the sanitized image of pop music and reminded everyone that rock and roll is, and always should be, a little bit dangerous. What's an 80s video you remember MTV refusing to play? Let us know down in the comments. And if you had fun on this trip down music memory lane, don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.